All right, we back. Now, today's going to be a quick video. Tapping in. We're going to be talking about the conflict between Congo and Rwanda once again. Now, as you already know, the diplomatic pressure is mounting. The sanctions are piling up. In terms of diplomatic warfare, Rwanda is losing terribly. They're crashing and burning. In a matter of months, Kagame is pretty much destroying everything he's built over the past, 25 years. And now, after being sanctioned by the United States, by the UK, by Germany, Canada, various other economic partners, Kagame is now, he's trying to strong arm them for the Western aid, right? So now the Western aid been cut off. Now Kagame's trying to force them to come off the Western aid. Take a look up on the screen. Rwanda is asking the UK for $63 million over the canceled asylum deal, right? Listen, man, the pressure is mounting, and now Kagame's trying to get his hands on some of that lost revenue. Now, before we get into it, you already know, album out now. Album available everywhere. Apple Music, Spotify. Go to the homepage on my YouTube channel, my playlist section, Sahel 1816. Enjoy yourself, man. Now, let's get into it. Now, in case you didn't know about this so-called asylum deal, this agreement between Rwanda and the UK, take a look up on the screen. The UK and Rwanda Migration and Economic Development Partnership was an immigration policy whereby people from the United Kingdom identified as illegal immigrants or asylum seekers would be relocated to Rwanda for processing, asylum, and resettlement. Now, as you already know, just like in many Western countries, immigration is a very hot topic, right? Not only in the United States, but also the UK, also in France, Italy, Germany, all these Western countries are grappling with the topic of immigration. Mainly, if you ask me, I believe that because these countries are operating below replacement, meaning that they're not having enough babies, which means that the population will decline. So they're kind of putting the brakes on immigration because they don't want to be, as they call them, replaced, right? They don't want to be overrun by all these other groups. They want to maintain the white majority in these nations. So that's why immigration is a hot button topic across the Western world at the current moment. So in the UK, they devised this plan where let's ship off all our illegal immigrants to Rwanda, right? So we don't got to worry about them coming here. We could just detour them straight to Rwanda, and we'll pay the government in Rwanda, millions and millions of dollars, and they can handle all of our unwanted immigrants. And I believe a lot of these immigrants were coming from places like, Afghanistan and Syria and Yemen and things like that. Now, for whatever reason, the deal never went through. The deal kind of, it never really materialized, so it never happened. But now the government of Rwanda, Paul Kagame's administration, is now demanding millions and millions of dollars, right, that they claim they are owed for this asylum deal that never went through. Now, if you ask me, I believe them boys scrambling right now. You know what I mean? Them sanctions piling up, them boys feeling the pressure, right? They're going to have to tighten up their belt and make it happen, right? At first, they raised taxes a few weeks ago. Now they're coming out and begging for more money. Yeah, we need the millions of dollars. Listen, them sanctions is coming down, man. Them sanctions is hitting hard. And like I said before in my previous videos, the reason for these sanctions, the reason why Rwanda is getting smashed diplomatically is because of the Congolese Minister of Foreign Affairs, right? Teresa Kaikwamba. I think that's how you say her name, right? See, this lady right here, she's been going all over the world. She's been putting in work. On the diplomatic front, she's been destroying Kagame on the diplomatic front, right? Kagame's Minister of Foreign Affairs, what's his name? Olivier Ndugunrehi, whatever his name, he ain't putting in no work. He ain't getting no victories. He ain't getting no wins, right? Teresa, she getting victory after victory after victory, man. Listen, them boys down in Kigali, they feeling the pressure because Teresa, she got her foot on your neck. Teresa Kaikwamba, she got her foot on your neck, man. Just to refresh your memory, take a look up on the screen. The United States sanctions Rwandan minister over the DRC fighting. The UK suspends aid to Rwanda over the Eastern Congo conflict. Canada takes action against Rwanda for its military intervention in the Congo. Germany suspends economic aid for Rwanda. The European Union to review the raw materials deal with Rwanda over the DRC conflict. Listen, man, all this is due to the work of Teresa Kaikwamba, man. Say whatever you want. The one good thing Felix Tshisekedi did, if it's one thing he did, it's appointing her as the Minister of Foreign Affairs because she has been putting in work from day one, man. She been on the front lines diplomatically smashing on Kagame. Now, anyways, man, let's get into some of these articles. Rwanda slams the UK betrayal as sanctions pile up from Canada, Germany over the DRC conflict. Listen, man, I told you Kagame feel betrayed. I said that in a previous video, man. He was the Western darling for so many years, man, for decades, man. He was the guy. He was the golden boy. He was the chosen one. Man, let's continue. A week after the announcement of British sanctions against Rwanda for its involvement alongside the M23 in the conflict in the east of the Congo, Rwanda is complaining about what it sees as the UK's betrayal. Ha! Meanwhile, Canada and Germany have also announced sanctions for the same reasons. The Rwandan authorities described the European decisions to apply sanctions as shameful. Rwanda is also asking London to pay the outstanding balance of the controversial agreement on sending to Rwanda immigrants who arrived illegally in the UK. This project was abandoned last year when the Labour government came to power. Now, time out. Now, if you ask me, this is pure desperation. This is pure desperation, probably because these sanctions kind of took Kagame by surprise. He probably had plans for the year. He probably had money set aside that he would put aside for certain projects and certain things. And now that money's no longer there. That revenue is no longer there. Like I said, the Western aid and the Western funding was a big foundation of his administration. So once you take that away, that's why he had to raise taxes now. And of course, once you are financing a military campaign, you need money to advance the military war effort. So now, you know, the pressure is mounting. The desperation is setting in. Now he's just doing stupid shit like begging for money in front of the public. Now, let's continue. Rwanda is asking Great Britain for 50 million pounds, a $63 million payment over the canceled asylum deal, a source close to the government in Rwanda said on Tuesday, after London paused some bilateral aid to the African country over the war in the Congo. You see, it was because of the lost revenue from the Western aid. They're trying to recoup some of that lost revenue they were expected to receive from the Western aid. Now, listen, you should have thought about that before you tried to run up in the Congo. Now, let's continue. The incoming Interior Minister, Yvette Cooper, said that month that the plan had already cost UK taxpayers £700 million. A British government spokesperson said in an email statement that Cooper had been clear that the Rwanda Asylum Partnership had wasted taxpayer money and should not continue. Now listen, time out. We gotta have real talk. Kagame, sit down, big bro. After all them years you've been looting the Congo, bro. You've been running off, smuggling the minerals and reselling them to the Europeans. At this point, man, you should be immune to sanctions, right? Out of all, you done shipped off billions of dollars worth of minerals for free, right? You done got free minerals, stealing them from the Congo. At this point, bro, you should be immune to sanctions, right? You should have already built your economy to such a level where the sanctions don't even hurt you. The fact that sanctions already got you scrambling, I got to question your leadership, bro. I got to question, your economic prowess, because it's not like you were buying the minerals from the Congo, right? You were getting them for free 99. You were getting them for free, right? So you're getting something for free. You're reselling it at a profit, and them sanctions got you hurting already, bro. You ain't stack up your money. You ain't stack up your bread. God damn, bro. You ain't stack up your bread. Let this be a lesson to black men. Save your money, man. Stack your money. Stack your bread. Now, it's ironic that he's now coming back around and demanding all these millions of dollars because I think like way back when Kagame was actually pressed about this, because some British journalists had asked him, like, you received all this money from the UK, but you haven't received a single migrant, right? You took all the taxpayer money and you haven't received a single migrant. And he told them that, listen, if they don't send any migrants, we'll send the money back, right? We'll return the money. That's what Kagame said out of his own mouth. And I'll play the clip right now.
The UK deal working?
Ask UK.
The Supreme Court said that your country's not safe. Is it safe for refugees?
Ask UK. It is UK's problem, not Rwanda's problem.
But you're getting hundreds of millions of UK taxpayers' money with not a single refugee.
It is going to be used on those people who will come. If they don't come, we can return the money. If they don't come, we can return the money. If they don't come, we can return the money.
Now, take a look up on the screen. The UK will not pay Rwanda for the scrapped immigrant deal, right? So the white man said, I ain't paying a dime. What you gonna do about it? Do something. White man said, do something. What you gonna do? You gonna send the M23? Do something. He ain't gonna do nothing though. Now let's get into it. The UK has said it will not send further payments to Rwanda following the cancellation of the migrant deal between the two countries. In a statement, the UK government spokesperson said that no further payments in relation to this policy will be made, and Rwanda has waived any additional payments. Now, once again, another diplomatic loss for Kagame. Another diplomatic embarrassment for Kagame. I mean, wow, on the diplomatic front, just loss after loss. That's embarrassing. Now, if you remember, about a month or 2 months ago, I dropped a video entitled, Ibrahim Traoré received 60 million euros for the liberation of the French secret agents, where we talked about how the French government had sent three intelligence agents over to Burkina Faso in December 2023. They were discovered to be agents of the DGSE, which is the French equivalent of the CIA, and they were arrested and detained in Burkina Faso for over a year. And both the French government and the government of Burkina Faso were locked in negotiations during that time. And in the end, the French government ended up coming off 60 million euros for the liberation of those French agents. Go check out that video. Now, when you demand a large sum of money like this, especially from our European adversaries, you have to have leverage. You can't just make an empty declaration, an empty statement with no force behind it, right? If you demand, 60 million euros, $60 million from the UK, but if the UK says no, what are you going to do to enforce your demand? You see, in the case of Burkina Faso, they had French intelligence agents in their custody, so they could have eliminated them, right? They could have just ended their lives right there. So they had leverage in the negotiations, right? Because their families could have never seen them again. Kagame had no leverage in this negotiation. Okay, you demand $60 million. If the white man says no, what are you gonna do? You gonna send the M23? No, you're not. So the white man said no, and that's it. That's that. That's that. You ain't gonna do nothing about it. And that's what I don't like about Kagame. You see, with the black man gets murdered, the black man gets displaced, the black man's mom, gets sexually assaulted. And when the white man does something, you don't send the M23, you don't disrespect the white man, you don't yell at the white man, you don't threaten the white man. But when it comes to the black man, you threaten the black man, you killing the black man, you invading the black man. I don't get down with that, bro. I don't get down with that. I don't get down with black men who are aggressive towards other black men, but you become very docile in front of the European. I don't respect none of that. But like I said, the Kagame fanboys love him. But anyways, man, it's your boy Neferkari. That's Salim back in the Billy. Yes, indeed. Cash App in the description. Album out now. Album available everywhere. Apple Music, Spotify. Go to the homepage of my YouTube channel, my playlist section. Sahel 1816. Enjoy yourself, man. And I'm gone. Peace.
Took all my losses and now I got racks. Took all my losses and made that shit back. Plan to make gold, I need plenty of plaques. Making my enemies empty the stash. Feel like a me, I feel like Chiani. African gold is all over my body. African diamonds adorning in my fingers. African kid when you look at my features. Enemy watching, I gotta get paid. Enemy watching and stalking my page. Watching my moves and they study my ways. Copy my energy, riding my wave. Enemy watching me like an obsession. Heart of a king, I don't need no acceptance. No, they gon' try but can't stop the progression. No, they gon' try but can't stop the ascension. Foot on the gas and I gotta go hard. Straight to the top, I've been down for too long. Plotting revenge, I'ma make them regret it. Ain't no more talking, I got too much leverage. Talking uranium, diamonds and gold. Keep that shit real, I wish death on my foes. Keep that shit real, I ain't blocking my blessings. Stacking my profit and then I invest it. Feeling untouchable, energy sacred. When I pull up, know my enemies hate. Setting up shop at a secret location. Chopper gon' sound like a standing ovation. Moving in silence, I never been regular. One of a kind, I ain't got no competitors. Son of a king, I'm the kingdom inheritor. Do what I want, I don't care what you telling us. Say to myself, me and my team. Walk in the spot, but they knowin' my name. Beautiful passenger, bet she gon' ride. Keep it authentic, I'm never gon' change. Always been solid, I'm built to survive. Gotta stay focused, I'm deep in the game. Never surrender, I got too much pride. Took all my losses and stayed in my lane.